FNMs. And for all of those persons who are not yet converted at home and parked in their cars, we welcome you. FNMs. It is an honor to welcome you here tonight on what is a historic occasion. Tonight represents a shift in Grand Bahama. Elections should not be about wealthy men and women being given another shot at eating from the trough while many Bahamians are hurting. Elections should not be about the privilege enjoying a high standard of living while many of our brothers and sisters are struggling to pay rent, to relocate out of their cousin, their aunt, their uncle's houses, living in front rooms in Grand Bahama, sleeping on sofas, living in abandoned buildings, living in cars with their clothes in the back trunk, having to stop to a friend or a relative to take a bath, or living on beaches in Grand Bahama.
Are you serious?
Elections should not be about leaders not acknowledging how serious it is for the people they ought to be serving. And so tonight, as I welcome you to this rally, I wish to let those persons at home and those not yet converted know that the men and women who offer for the Free National Movement are fundamentally different than those that are in power now. There isn't a possible chance that you can go to various houses and see the level of suffering that exists and still look into a camera and tell the rest of the country that Grand Bahama is booming and the economy has recovered.
Y'all know what time it is. It's the people's time.
It cannot be right that you say you love the Bahamian people and you could take a group of the same Bahamians that are hurting and unemployed and take them from Grand Bahama to a convention in Nassau and lie about the condition that they are living in and think that it is fine. And so tonight, we've come here tonight to ask you a simple question. Help us fire the PLP. Help us to stop the rape and the pillage of the resources of the Bahamas by a group of persons whose greed know no end. Tonight, we are here to ask you to work harder than you have ever worked before, to convince those that are being given temporary jobs that it's nothing but a game being played on them by men and women who do not care about their future or their children's future. I'm asking you tonight to reach out to your neighbors who have supported the Progressive Liberal Party and let them know that you understand that not all FNMs are good and not all PLPs are bad. We are all Bahamians. However, we share something in common with PLPs. We both are suffering under bad leadership led by Perry Christie and Mr. Davis.
Election day, PLP gone. Election day, PLP gone. Election day, PLP gone.
And so in this crowd tonight, FNMs, there are some folks who used to wear yellow. I want you to make them feel welcome and valued. We love you.
We rocking with Doc, baby.
We love you. the 5 candidates in Grand Bahama, and the other FNM candidates throughout the Bahamas. We are in this race because we care about the condition of our people. That's why we believe in increasing the amount of funds required for entrepreneurs to start and sustain businesses. We care about your future. We care about you, and that's why we intend to help to grow the population in Grand Bahama, to make persons from elsewhere in the Bahamas and around the world feel welcome, to be a part of reviving what is a dynamic island in this archipelago. We are running because we care. It is tough to talk to a lady in Tasman, close to hear that they haven't had light for over a year. To talk to families who haven't had water on in over 6 months. But to watch generals and relatives of PLP officials continue to grow their economic wealth, while the persons who they ought to be serving are being evicted, are losing their homes. Ask yourself this question, Bahamians. As they give out all of these jobs, in the last few weeks before election, ask yourself this question. Why didn't they give out the jobs before that person lost their home to the mortgage corporation? Why didn't they give out the job before one of the commercial banks took the last piece of property that family had worked for over 15 years? Why didn't they give out the job before the relationship ended, not because of a loss of love, but because of a loss of finances? Why didn't they give out the job then? And why do they believe that they own you? Why do they believe that they own you, that they could go in Frobisher Circle and offer most of the young people a job in the 52-week program, and then believe that they own you so much that they can come in the dead of night and nail their poster not on the lamp pole but on your house? How many of you have woken up and found posters on your house because somebody offered you a job to pay you with your money?
Are you serious?
Tonight as I leave you, I wish to tell you what you know already. Every one of us that's offering in this country, we are your servants. There should be no spirit of arrogance in us, because the truth is you are providing for us a platform on which to stand, and we should be speaking and working for you. And so we should take your calls. We should listen to your cries. We should respond to your hurts and your anxieties. We should speak hope and life over you. We should not savage you and intimidate you. The PLP is a government led by Mr. Christie, who pretends not to know what is going on, that seeks to intimidate and inspire fear in Bahamians.
Let's send Perry into retirement. He got plenty time to sleep then.
Mr. Christie did it. He did it with the former chairman of the FNM, Darren Cash. Darren Cash was a whistleblower. He talked about the millions of dollars being spent from Bank of the Bahamas, instead of the police going to visit those that issued all of the bad loans, over 100 million of it. Instead, they went into the house of the whistleblower, seized his computers, seized his telephones. The whistleblower is punished under the PLP, and those that preside over losses are rewarded with extensions to their contracts.
Election day, PLP gone.
It didn't stop there. Dr. Miles Monroe, who thousands of Bahamians love and millions of people around the world, spoke to an arrogant minister. And all Dr. Monroe said is, when you travel around the world, we expect that you would speak on our behalf and not about what is important to you and those that you represent. Instead of the minister sitting small, he savaged Dr. Miles Monroe. The PLP has no tolerance for a difference in opinion. They believe they own you and this country, and if you speak up, there is a price to pay. Recently, Omar Archer spoke up and they locked him down.
We rocking with Doc, baby.
They will seek to silence you. Some of you are public servants, and you are careful where you walk and who sees you, because you're concerned that you're going to lose your job. You'll never get a promotion. That cannot be right in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And so I'm asking you, Bahamians, those of you that are home, don't let them lie to you. They don't know how you can vote. I'm asking all of you as I leave, I want you to show courage. I do not want you to express fear. Let me share a personal story as I leave. I've seen on Facebook where they have threatened any number of Bahamians. In Grand Bahama, we love the police, and we know the police will support the FNM. But as I leave, the PLP has asked a number of police officers to go and visit persons who have posted criticisms of this government on Facebook. I'm saying to you tonight that if they come for you, I'm begging you to give us a call. We can come 100 deep. We can come 200 deep. We can come 300 deep. We can send a message to them. We will close down the government complex if necessary. We'll relieve Michelle Reckley of her job earlier than expected.
Election day.
We'll say to Mr. Darvel, it's important that you stand up as a man for your people.
Election day. PLP gone.
And so, recently, they hacked a number of our emails. They love to listen to our conversations. But tonight we want to serve notice on them. It really doesn't matter what you bring. It doesn't matter what you think you could expose. There is no fear in the FNM. And so I want you to send this message to the PLP that we demand justice in this country. If we do not get justice in this country, there can be no peace. And so I want you to say with me, no justice, no justice, no justice. And finally, I want to say to them, the change that you desire, that your children desire, is coming. And this change is absolutely necessary. And by the grace of God, this change is unstoppable.
Election day, PLP gone. Election day, PLP gone. Election day, PLP gone. PLP gone.